Oh, fuck it. We'll do it live.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah.
Oh, that is Demetri Ravanos. Listen, here's the thing. We're going to, as we are live here on this broadcast, we're going to do something we've never done before, which is not only go live, but we're also going to see if people filter in and start listening to this podcast or not. We will do a live show eventually. But first, Demetri, what's happening, playa? I haven't talked to you in a minute, and it's about time we did a brand new Dynasty Mode.
I was about to say we do have some regular listeners that when you say we're going to do something we haven't done before, they are probably thinking, "Oh, another show finally."
Yeah, something interesting. Sweet. I look forward to that.
Dude, I've just been I've been traveling the country, making the sports media world a better place.
Yeah, I don't believe most of that. I believe the traveling part, but the making the world a better place, I don't know. I'll say this. This is Dynasty Mode, the unofficial EA Sports college football game podcast. My name is Arky Shea. You're already hearing from him. His name is Demetri Ravanos. Demetri, tonight we're going to do something a little fun besides just do the live thing. We are going to have you and I talk to each other about this video game in a couple specific ways.
Okay.
One of them, I wanted to ask you a very big question about this game and playing this game in general. And Demetri, I know you said you had something you wanted to ask me pertaining to the future of this game and how it gets
Will
played.
You marry me?
Much like what we see nowadays. And I also here have a couple of things. I just want to do a quick unboxing thing. I got to be careful. I have an address on there. That might have worked out. So I want to unbox a couple of things that I've gotten. Oh man, Demetri, we started this podcast. And this is a great episode. That if you're watching this live, great. If you're going to see this in the podcast form, YouTube's the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
We started this podcast officially. Next month will be 1 year. Next month will 1 year that we started this podcast, and shortly before then and getting up to then, I had been deep into the minds of looking for stuff regarding this video game. Stuff that I like, stuff that's associated with it. I guess you could say sort of retro stuff, but I wanted original type things, right? Like if I showed you before, let me get up to show you this again. There's a couple of things I already have. One is the original 2001 version of this game. That's the very first edition of this game I had, which was the Sean Alexander led one. And I'll be completely frank with you, never played as Sean Alexander in that game. You could probably guess why.
Well, I don't think he was. I don't think he was actually in that game.
You know what I mean? The team.
I see.
Although, you're right, he wasn't in the game. The other thing that I had that I think some people may have seen in the previous videos behind me, and I'm in a brand new sort of semi-studio thing here, is that I also have the College Football USA 96 game.
Sure.
Yeah. So that thing is pretty awesome. I like it because I went around and I started looking for everything that, has all the, what they call CIB. You know what CIB stands for?
Some comes in box.
That's right. Complete inbox. Fair enough. That is not what I would tell future girlfriends to do. But I'll tell you this. That is the road I went down looking for very interesting and unique stuff that I wanted to have a part of this this collection that I have. I'm going to open a couple of those tonight to round out this thing. But Demetri, let me ask you the big question I wanted to start with.
Go on
this broadcast. I've been recently playing the updated version of the NCAA 14 game, and it's the college football revamped version of that game. And really, a lot of the stuff's the same, just some New Jersey updates, a little bit of better graphic feels and looks of, but not much is sort of a change on that for the most part. What I have done though is that I have noticed that I keep finding it awkward to play as my favorite team.
Why is that? Is it because you feel like once you're there, you're there?
Yeah, so let me just say this. For those who may be following the Dynasty up on the YouTube part, I have made it past where I am currently, and I have made it all the way to Auburn University.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And there's a couple steps along the way, but you'll see that at some point. Maybe, I don't know. Who gives a shit, right? But here's the thing about that. Once I'm there, there is a part of me that does not ever want to play in the coaching carousel. Like, I'll
Yeah.
go to it every year, and then once you're at a school like that, you start going over and over and over and over in the coaching carousel. Every team wants you. Every team wants you. This Bowling Green offers you the same job as USC job offers you, right? Like, it just, hey, Coach Arky, we're excited to
Yeah.
offer you the job at Akron. Like, no, I'm not going backwards, but like, I don't go anywhere. So I
Right.
wanted to ask you this question about that. Am I bad? Is it bad for me to be able to get to that point where I even started playing as my team now that I can't leave? And I kind of feel stuck there for the duration of my dynasty when I maybe should have just never experienced that.
So, Arky, that is 100% when I know that I'm about done with a dynasty. In fact, I instituted a rule for myself a few years ago is once I get to 2 complete seasons without a loss, it's time to retire. And that means like as the coach at Alabama, because you're right, you're not going anywhere from your favorite team. Once you have built up a consistent dominant program, you're not going backwards, right? Like, I think you and I both agree that's one of the flaws of this game is there's not a lot of backslide to it. There's you're never going to have boy, I hate to use Joe Paterno as an example, but like that's the career, right? There was a pretty significant backslide in the middle, and then he came back just in time for it all to blow up on him, and had a much more competitive team. So, yeah, I mean, I find it more fun to start your dynasty with a New Mexico or a Georgia State or a UMass and play at your favorite team than I do as your favorite team.
Yeah, I think I messed up. I think I really messed up on this because I just finished the 5th season at Auburn, and I'm done. I've already found it to be tiresome and boring. The only thing left for me really to do there is to be able to have played a home and home with every FBS team, really. And like that, I mean, there's not a lot there for me to do. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to start this all over again. Even though I went from Georgia State to Idaho to New Mexico to UNLV to Virginia Tech and then to Auburn.
Sure.
That's the path everyone takes, right? Like that's the traditional path.
I mean, listen, it's a nice tight geographic footprint, so they know where you recruit from.
It is. You start southeast, go up to
the Rocky
Moscow,
Mountains. Yep,
and they come back down to the southwest, and then find yourself back over in the SEC, or the quick stop over in coastal country.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so let me just ask this real quick question on top of that, and then I'll get to your question, and then we'll open up some of these goodies.
Yeah.
Do I need to blow it all up now? Do I need to completely start over?
You're the head coach at Auburn?
I'm the head coach, sadly, yeah.
How many national championships have you won?
I just finished my this is so dumb. My third national. I just went back to back.
You know what you do? You do the Gus Malzahn story of that story of his wife telling him he needed a hobby, so he bought a boat, and she would just tell him when he came home from practice to go do boat time, and so he would go out to that little private lake and do circles for an hour before coming in. Like that's what it's time for. It's time for boat time, Arky.
The weird thing is this game is like it's a getaway for me. Like at night.
Yeah.
When everybody's gone to bed and I've done all the dishes and stuff, like I just sit there and like I'm just playing almost now on autopilot. Now I'm not winning every game, but I am in my first 160 games as a head coach, 130-30.
Yeah.
And I just finished my first full undefeated season. Hey, here's the cool thing. Because the modifications you can do on the college football revamp, by that I mean getting a college football playoff. I won the championship my first year at Auburn as an 8-4 team.
Nice.
Yeah, which is exactly what the game meant when it was. Although I did win the SEC, so it didn't matter. I didn't just squeeze myself in.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna have to blow that up, and that's really, for lack of a better word, disgusting. Because that's the thing. Like, I have this brand new PS5. It's still literally like that one I revealed on the game on this podcast that I have. it's still in the box.
Oh, wow.
Right? Like it's still like factory sealed everything. I haven't even pried it open to see if I don't even know if everything's in it. Like there's a chance I got this thing for Christmas. It's Easter in like 2 weeks. There's a chance nothing's in this box but rocks.
Arky, get on it. We can start a Harry Potter league. We can
Is
start.
that similar to this where we play like is it footballish?
So I don't know.
What's the game you got? You guys they play Quidditch, right?
So here's the thing. I have a buddy that just got a PS5 as well, and I said, "Oh, download FIFA. You can play in a league with my son and I." And he's like, "No, you download whatever the new Harry Potter game is, and we'll start a league." And I think he's kidding, but I'm not positive he's kidding.
I don't think he's kidding. I don't think he's kidding. So this PS5 is just hanging out while I sit over here on my emulator here on the computer, just piddling away at
Sure, your wife feels like it was a great investment.
Well, luckily for her and for me, she didn't buy it.
Oh, good.
So yeah, it was a gift from somewhere else. I would say the YouTube viewer. They're the YouTube guy who gave it to me. That's not true. No,
I was about to say, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm a sexual benefactor.
Sure. Sure. So let me throw something out to you, because when this game comes back and it is on the PS5, Arky, we live in a whole new world now than when this game was in its dying vestiges the first time around. You look at something
That's
like
the first Disney reference of the show.
What?
Isn't a whole new world a Disney song?
Oh, it was, and I totally did that on purpose.
Yeah.
You look at something like the 2K League, the NBA 2K League. Now, with that, you have NBA teams invested. I'm not saying that, college athletic departments are going to start esports divisions, although some do have them. But do we love this game enough to get invested in a EA Sports college football league the way some people are in the NBA 2K League or the Overwatch League, or, name whatever esports competition kind of thing you can think of? Have you ever been to a live esports competition?
No, I have not.
Have you ever watched one on television?
I have. I don't feel like I get the full experience of seeing it on television because you don't get to see some of the large arenas that they actually participate sometimes in.
So I'm glad you said that. So I've never been to a live esports event, but I did get to tour a specifically esports arena in Vegas. It is used for nothing else but esports. And all of the accoutrement, if you will, that make this thing an experience would play great in the college football world. It almost like as I was watching them, as they're showing me the laser show when they introduce somebody, or the confetti cannons that go off when there's victory and stuff like that, it did look like the kind of thing that was like, man, this is a recruiting pitch waiting to happen. It seems to me that, given all of the NIL opportunities that now exist, a EA Sports college football league could have a life. My question is, would it have an audience?
So, like Madden does this, right? They have a league, but like you'd never see them on TV for the most part, right? I think this is not a TV thing. Like I think the way to look at this is never with TV anymore. I think because streaming is such a huge thing, because the people who love the Twitch and who love to sort of get online and sort of show them bits out, 64 bits, 8 bits, and beyond.
I got you. $1.
That's right. So should we stand up and holler, or
I'm wearing pajama pants, Arky?
That's fair. I think that would be huge. I think it absolutely would be huge, and I think the launching of this game should coincide with something like that. I think you can get enough gamers, so to speak, and Demetri Ravanos of the world to be able to be a part of a couple of leagues where there would be genuine interest. Because if you think about what's the most of the stuff on the TV that you see, there's so many super popular gaming streamers and streamers in general. No one in general who watches mainstream TV knows who they are. Listen, but that's not the audience we're going for, right?
And here's the thing, too. My kids like these YouTube video game streamers that I don't even know what they do. They play the crappiest looking games. They scream into their microphone, and that's the entirety of the content. Now, I'm not saying that a produced up league would convert all the kids that watch those guys in no time, but certainly there is a way to produce it up that is different from what your kids are streaming on YouTube. I mean, look, when the pandemic first hit, there were so many radio stations that built huge digital audiences by simulated, I guess you would say, streaming and simulating MLB The Show games.
Oh, you want me to say that that's not true? That is not true.
No, I just want you to go, oh, interesting.
Oh, that is, I mean, kind of interesting.
It's not interesting.
Really boring to watch stream. It's really boring to watch stream.
You could have left out the word stream.
Yeah. You haven't seen this year's new rules, buddy.
I have.
This. Okay, Demetri, sir, you've gone out to the West Coast to come back all jaded.
I was in a bar full of people watching the final of the World Baseball Classic.
That's not baseball.
Losing their goddamn minds, and I was watching it thinking, so what is this, game one? Like, why is this exciting because it's the first time?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, listen, I don't know. I didn't watch a second of the World Baseball Classic. And this podcast isn't about the World Baseball Classic. Oh. It's a subtopic of this podcast. Sure. I don't know if those were the new baseball rules. Like, I think, the pitch clock and stuff, I think that was waiting for after this World Baseball Classic.
I see.
I do not know that to be for a fact. So I will gladly speak out of turn on that if you don't mind. Real quick, I just want to mention this came from Drico online, who said he's playing NCAA 07 on the PS2 to enjoy spring game in the off season. I think it's the only way really to enjoy this off season, to be honest with you. I saw someone who is literally like tweeting every Nick Saban victory at Alabama and putting video of it and a couple of words about it, and just sort of going through every single one. And man, I just need the video game. That's all I need. I need a video game. Let me create my own world. Nick Saban's had this world for a long time. But I go back on what you said. I think we could use a league. And if there's anyone that pays attention to this at some point, any of those at Electronic Arts, for example, who are willing to sponsor a team of me and Demetri, or me versus Demetri, you never know, that I would gladly do it for
Arky,
a small bowl of porridge.
I know the 2K League, they all have jerseys. I'm just saying. If you're going to start a league and put us on a team, I'm going to need some jerseys, and I'm going to need us both to have cool nicknames.
Do we not come up with those?
What would you go with?
Oh, I would go with Arctagious. I like Arctagious.
Okay.
I would go with Big Shrimp the Pimp. I like that one. Very in tune with the way our messaging has gone in society over the last 10 years. I've been called Sharky before.
Oh, I like it.
I can go with Sharky.
It makes me feel like you're really into tiki torches.
It is what I am into, honestly. I got that when I was working at Sweet Shout Out Domino's. Because the person there, they called me that, said I could never stay still. And that's true, but I didn't tell her it was because was it because of the cocaine. So she didn't have to know that, and she never will. She is the one person.
Speaking of cocaine, what's in that package?
Okay, so we said at the end of the podcast, I will be opening up a couple of items that I bought for these two items. I'm going to open this and this here right here.
Holy shit! I'm so excited.
To relax, and even with the sarcasm, it's a little much. I've had this for over a year, so since before this podcast is out. These have been delivered to my house. Let's see if I have the date on this. March 16th, 2022. So, yeah, there you go.
Jesus.
These have been in my house. I just started ripping it open. So, this is all items. These are all items that come from me just digging and finding stuff related to the college football video game and hoping that they're awesome when they get here. I can't even give these people reviews anymore, I think, on eBay or wherever I found this stuff. because it's been that long. So, Demetri, I'm going to open this.
Hey, speaking of eBay, I bought some fly-ass Jordans on eBay. Actually, I bought 2 pair of fly-ass Jordans on eBay, and one of them, Arky, this is what the good people of eBay do. They send your sneakers to an authenticator before they send them to you, and the authenticator said, no, these are garbage. Give the man his money back.
Oh, wait, for real? Like, so you don't get those shoes anymore?
No, I've got to find a new pair of black Jordans that will be my formal shoes.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Well, let me open up the remainder of this here Fly Jordans. These are shoes, it looks like. Oh, and it looks like, Demetri, I have myself another Sega game. As I revealed before, I have the 2001 PlayStation 1 game, the first game I ever played in this series, and the 96, which was College Football USA, a predecessor to even that. And Demetri, look what I did buy, and it does make sense now that I think about it, over a year ago. It's the original Bill Walsh College Football.
Hell yeah! I can't wait for you to open that up and play with South Bend.
Oh my goodness. I did not remember any. So this comes with everything in it. Like
yes. Oh, and it came. So 90, what was that? 93? That was the year that every EA game, at least on Genesis, came with a poster.
It has a poster in here. Look what it has. Look what it also has. Look at that. The ward, like the register now card still for Electronic Arts. Do you think it's still going to go to the place I want to in San Mateo, California?
Oh, that's a good question. Are they still there?
Yeah, well, I don't know actually at all if that's that place. So as you see, there's the video game itself. Bill Walsh College Football.
It's beautiful. Listen, this is a question. This is a whole episode. And I'll put this to the listeners / viewers. What was the best platform to play this on?
Oh, because I have played these on all the platforms since.
It's Genesis. It's absolutely Genesis.
Yeah, I that's a strong case to be made for Genesis. I'm trying to think if there's anything that competes with. I don't know. Genesis was really, really good.
It was good. I mean, the first PlayStation was really good too, but Genesis is God, it just feels right.
So let me reveal what all I got in here, then I'll open up my last one. So here's the manual for it if you just want to sort of see the college football teams.
Oh, look at him.
Let's see.
Oh, sure. There's Pullman. There's College Station. Columbus.
Yeah.
Oh, go Columbus.
Go Columbus. Right, so I got that. Oh, man, this is really cool. I can order now. You want to know what I can order right now?
I'd really like to get to the end of this episode, but please tell me.
Oh, geez, you're such a cool guy. I got where you can make the Sega Genesis. The Sega Genesis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can make the Sega Genesis a 4-player console.
Hell yeah.
And you can play all the NHL games and stuff. You don't have to wait your turn. Look at that. No waiting your turn.
No waiting. I love the very, that is some Ninja Turtles level graphics right there. What am I looking at here?
I'm trying to get that to focus in there for you. It says Mutant League.
Oh, Mutant League hell Hockey. Yeah, Mutant League.
Mutant League Hockey. All right, a couple of things real quick. This is one of the posters.
This is, like I said, this was the one that was in every game. It's like a stack of sporting equipment, if I recall.
I want to be careful with it.
Arky, listen, given where we are right now with this podcast, I'm going to need you to make contact at EA and send that and get that signed.
Oh, you know what? That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
And by the way, it's completely sealed. Look at this, Demetri. These are the game attributes.
Nice.
For every single. So there's the College Station Classic team, the Alabama 78 team. Oh, man. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right. So let me open my last thing, and then we'll get out of here for this podcast. And we appreciate everyone for being aboard and my family for coming back home at any moment now. So this, if you see, this was...
Do not bend!
This one was March 23rd. 2022. So actually almost, a little over a year. So I'm going to open it. I'm not going to bend it. This one won't be nearly as complicated as that game.
So this might be what I've been hoping to see since you started doing this. Is this some old promotional material?
Well, let's
Thank
see.
you, Paul. But that's not your name.
Let's see. I do not have tape here that I have to work on. Luckily, I have a pen to help get me through.
I hope you accidentally draw on whatever's in there.
Dude, that would be so I can't remember the most I paid for anything on here, but I don't think I paid more than $30 for something on this. I do have my certain limits here. So if I ruin this pen, it's great. I got 6 others that I like, just like it. Okay. That should be able to open it. Oh, I'm going to try to open it. Let's see. Live with you watching. Oh, it says thank you, Paul, on this.
But that's not your name.
Yeah, that's true. I should be like, oh, sorry, this is the wrong guy. Demetri.
Arky. Oh, my goodness.
We have from an actual magazine insert.
College
now, this is not this video game. This is from college football's national championship. Do you remember that game?
I vaguely do. I seem to recall that the second year of this game had a big white Nebraska running back on the cover.
Oh, well, that is no need to take race into this.
Wow, look at that.
Isn't that neat?
So, all right, let's see. I see Alabama. I see Michigan. I see, is that Tennessee?
That is Tennessee.
Looks Florida, like, the mighty Boston College. Stanford, Cal, Ohio State.
Where'd you get Boston College?
Clemson and Auburn. Is that not who's right below Florida?
That's Oklahoma.
Is it? Wow, that doesn't look like Oklahoma.
That is Oklahoma right there.
Okay.
One.
Oh, yeah, okay. Wow, I've never seen it italicized like that before.
Yeah, well, it doesn't look good, so I'll just say
no, agree.
There's probably a reason they still don't do it that way. All right, well, that's cool. That'll find its way somewhere up behind me, maybe some point in the next week. But wow, that was cool.
What a day.
Yeah, want to thank both of you for joining us here on this podcast throughout the live show. We probably did a piss poor job of actually promoting it. But you know what? We did the first live one. We told you we're going to do a live one. Our lives got in the way. We eventually remembered to come do the live one.
Right.
And you know what? You're lucky to get a live one. And we're lucky to be
damn it.
Yeah, we're lucky to be able to do it for you, too. But that's going to do it for this podcast. And we'll continue to do more in the future. But, Demetri, we cannot get to the next podcast until we end this one, and that's where you say something nice to the good people.
Save it to next week, everybody.